hey, hey, hey.
Hi YouTube, hey, this is your boy Carnell, the Tech Savvy Rider. Hey, it is Monday, day 3, and I'm out here working on Deathstroke. What I want to do now is go over this Slingshade that I have purchased for Deathstroke, and it's some things that I need you to be wary about, because the stuff that people are saying about these Slingshades, that's not half of the story. I'm gonna give you the full info on what has happened since I had purchased this Slingshade. I can't go over the installation because the manufacturer, the dealer has already installed it. So that's the first thing I want to tell you. If you purchase the Slingshade, if you don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, it's the roof system that's on the Polaris Slingshot. Okay, it is the hard top version. If you purchase this Slingshade from the dealer, when the manufacturer sends it out to the dealer, you are also paying for the color code match and the labor for the dealer to install it. So when you purchase it through the dealer, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the color code match, and you're paying for the dealer to install it once it arrives. Now that's another thing I want to talk about. The arrival. I purchased this Slingshade about 3 months ago. 3 months ago. And it just arrived here to my destination, which was Shawnee, Oklahoma dealership on August. Well, it made it there at the end of June, but the dealer was not able to install it until I dropped it off, which was on August the 2nd. So there's some wait time there from the time you purchase it. I take that back. That was my saddlebags. I purchased the Slingshade at the same time I purchased the Slingshot, which was back in January 2022. January 2022 is when I ordered and paid for the Slingshade. It just not arrived at the end of June, and the dealership was able to install it back in June, back on August the 2nd. So that is what, eight months from the time that I ordered along with the Slingshot. It took 8 months for it to come in, or 8 months to actually get installed. 7 months for it to be delivered, 8 months total for it to be installed. So if you're planning on ordering it and you ordering it with a brand new Slingshot, be prepared for the Slingshot to come in without the Slingshade. Now it took mine 7 to 8 months to get here. All right, let me get off of that soapbox. All right, the things that I want you to know about the Slingshade that some people are trying to tell you, but they're not giving you the whole facts. I'm finna break it down to you real quick. Cause one, it is 7 o'clock out here. It just got through raining and it's still 99 degrees. So I'm gonna break this down for you real quick. First thing first, the Slingshade. When you close the Slingshade, look, you have a opening when you first try to close the Slingshade, you see how it is aligned in on the side, but you have this opening here. Okay, for my Slingshade, when I close the latch, which is here, watch this corner right here. When I close the latch closes that gap that's in the Slingshade. But guess what happened? When it closes, it is not offset with the rest of the Slingshade frame. So, to make a long story short, if you purchase the Slingshade, you're gonna have one of the two problems that everybody's having. It either is not gonna close on the side, or it's gonna be offset with the rest of the frame when you finally do close it. Now, there was a black Slingshot when I went to go pick mine up on August the 4th. There was a black Slingshot, and I think it's probably the same guy that I've been talking to about the Slingshade, because he claimed that he ordered his at the same time I ordered mine. Okay, his was being worked on by the mechanic while I was there picking mine up. On his Slingshade, which was a black Slingshot, and brother, I want you to know, I was there watching that mechanic try to fix that problem with the Slingshade, and he was so frustrated that I'm gonna give him his props. He straight up told me it is not a mechanic error. These Slingshades have a default, period. Your Slingshot was a 2019. Yours did not close in the corner even after he pulled the latch to close it. You still had a gap. But on mine, when I closed the latch, my gap closed. Yours was still open. He had to come out of the Slingshot, put his hand up on the corner and push it down for that Slingshade to actually close. But when he closed it by stepping out of the vehicle and put his hand up here to push down on it, yours was even. On mine, when I latch it, my side corner closes, but I have a offset from the frame, from the rest of the frame. So no matter what type of Slingshot you have, a 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, these Slingshades has a manufacturer defect that you're gonna have one or the other of dealing with closing the lid. Yeah, it's a pretty open wings type hood type of what's the word that you want to call it, air wing or Bugatti door looking effect. It looks good, okay, and I'm gonna be as honest with you as possible. It looks good, but that's it. My neighbor, when he drove this back home for me, when we went to pick it up, it started raining. All this area right here where it is offset, the rain was coming in through this offset and hitting them directly in the face. Okay, so there's no protection against rain from the top of this offset going to the driver when the driver is driving with a Slingshade and it's raining. That's number one. Two, when it stopped raining and I drove it, when it got back here, the sun, okay, and go back over here, yeah, the sun stops it from beaming directly on your head. But look at this version of the Slingshade. It has glass, plexiglass, at the top. So what this plexiglass is just like magnifying glass to me. When that sun hit it, it makes the heat 2 times harder than what it already is by pointing on your on top of you. So now you have plexiglass that's being beamed down with sun beams, making it even harder for the driver. And believe me when I say, all the air that you was getting without having a Slingshade, all of that is gone, because now the Slingshade is keeping the heat in there with you when you're driving. And these so-called little wind deflectors in the windshield, it helps. But man, 5 minutes of riding around with this Slingshade in the sun, I was sweating. Oh my God, I was sweating so bad. It just made, I wanted to come in and just take the Slingshade off. I love the way it looks, but I'm gonna say again, that's all it has, is looks. It doesn't protect you against the rain. It doesn't protect you against the sun. Not only does it not protect you against the sun, but because this side door, there is no side door, the sun is beaming through the glass, but the heat is still surrounding, so you feel all the heat off the engine. And then if the sun is coming in at you at an angle, you have nothing blocking you. So this roof does nothing for you. Nothing. All right, that's number 2. Number 3, the disadvantage of having this Slingshade. It's simple. I'm gonna open it up for you, and I want you to watch how it reacts when you open it. Guys, that's pure plastic. Pure plastic. It's flexible. So it's not a solid roofing for the amount of money that you pay for this product. It looks good, but that is it. I'm glad I got it because I wanted to have it, but I have not found any use for this Slingshade since it's been on my vehicle. I enjoyed the vehicle more because it was open air. All I had to do was put on a baseball cap to keep the sun off of me. And I rode around for as long as I could, dealing with that 90 to 100 degree weather, which I try to stay out of because of my skin disorder. But with the Slingshade, it doesn't matter how hot it is outside. The engine heat is stuck in the cab with you, and it has no way but to circle around you while you're inside the cab. So the Slingshade, and I'm being as honest as possible with you, it makes it worse for the driver and passenger. So I'm giving you the full 100 on this product. It looks good, but that's it. You'll have a lot more fun with an open air Slingshot. You're getting fresh air. You're getting cooler air coming in on you. A baseball cap to keep the sun off you. You can, of course, put some sleeves on to keep the sun off your skin if you're like me, and have a good time. But the Slingshot needs to be, the Slingshade, my bad. The Slingshade needs to be remodified where it will actually do some good to the driver. One, I probably end up tinting this glass just to stop the sun from beaming directly in up on me while I'm driving. I probably end up, like I said, putting some tint here. Now, far as you see, when I just close it, how it's open, mine, it closes when I latch it back down. But I get an offset from the rest of the frame. That's number 2. Now, as far as installing this, it looks like to me that it was a simple install. And there's a bracket for the mirror, your side view mirrors, that is added in place of where the mirror connected, which has an additional adapter for the Slingshade frame. On the back, it's just as simple, hugging it back into your H-ring back here for the headrest, and everything else just bolted down into each other. Now, to get inside of it right quick, to let you see exactly what it looked like once you're on the inside of it, okay, there's nothing very special about it. This is the latch. Once you unlock it, just push it up. But like I said, it's so flexible that it really not solid at all. And then you have a warning telling you, if you don't close this latch during the operation, it probably end up messing up on you. So you have all type of warnings for this Slingshade. The benefits of it, I say it again, it looks good, but there's no other benefit for it. For us, the sun is hotter. For us, the heat coming off the engine, it captures the heat and keep it here with you in the cab. For us, the rain come in through every little freaking crack that's here, dealing with the offset of the Slingshade. And plus, you have no actual doors, so there's no rain protection either. So what's the benefit of having a Slingshade for your Polaris Slingshot? It looks good. I hope my review helped you out on deciding if you want to get this or not. Well, like I said, if you buy this product from the dealer, you're also paying for the paint coordination or the paint color code. You're also paying for the mechanic to install it. So the price that you were paid coming off a third-party site, I don't know if you can actually buy this model Slingshade from a third-party company like, you know, Sling Mars or something like that. They have different versions of the Slingshade, but the hardtop version, which is a plastic version of a top cover, I don't think you can actually buy it from any other place besides the manufacturer. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm just going through telling you how I had to get mine. I had to go through the dealer to get it. And when I went through the dealer to get it, color code match and the labor to install it was all included. So this Slingshade, I think, actually ran me about $5 grand. I ain't got no problem telling you about the money I spent. I had it, I spent it. I wanted it, so I got it. But now I can tell you, I really don't have any benefits from this product. It's gonna be some modifications that I'm gonna have to make myself to make this useful for me. So hopefully this review helped you out on deciding if you should get one or not. If you're trying to stay away from the sun, get a baseball cap. If you're trying to stay away from the weather, for as rain, get you a rain suit. Both of those products together, you probably spend maybe 200 bucks versus $5,000. Being honest with you. So, but it looks good. So, I mean, I'm laughing because, you know, it's funny. I spent the money thinking that it was going to do a lot for me, but it doesn't. I have no problem again. I have no issue with the product itself. Even the dealership, when I went out and talked to the mechanics about it, even they are frustrated about this Slingshade, saying they could have came out with a better product than what this actually is. Hopefully they'll fix it. Hopefully they'll come out with something a little bit harder as a hard top. Hopefully they'll, you know, tint this stuff out so it won't be direct sunlight on you. Now I'm inside of it, so I want you to see exactly what I'm talking about. If the sun is ahead of you and you know the sunlight coming in, it's coming in on you. I'm being as honest as possible. That's as quick as I can break it down for you. I hope you enjoyed this video of me giving you an explanation of what I see, of what I'm dealing with, to help you decide if you want to get one for you. But my recommendation is, to be honest with you, yeah, you might want to look at another version besides this one. I don't know anything about the other versions, but I'm talking about the one that I have, which is the so-called hard top, which is actually plastic. I have to make some modifications to it for myself so I could benefit from it. So hopefully this review helps you out. Other than that, that's my spiel for the day. You guys, y'all have a good one. Enjoy your Monday. I keep making these videos as I get ready to prepare Deathstroke and get her ready for me to drive it again. But as of right now, I'm constantly working on it, making these videos to give y'all my point of view of what we're doing. That's my spiel for the day. Y'all have a good one. GoPro, stop recording.
Hey, hey.